Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. A little early for our walk, I think. I left my phone upstairs. Whoa. I tell you, no headphones today, no running today, just a nice walk. I tell you, when you are carving out your exercise routine, like I said, this third month is a rough month for me. So, because I'm walking every morning, my metabolism is really picking up, and food doesn't stay in my stomach. So, yesterday, in the evening when I did my eye drop, I hadn't eaten, but that's not odd, but that thing had me dizzier than I've ever been. I was like, stop the world, I want to get off, honey. I could not understand what had caused that. I narrowed it down to that just this morning when I took my eye drop again. And I had food there, but I took it on an empty stomach, and it had the same dizzying effect. I hurried up and threw on the food. So now I know that I have to have something in my stomach. I don't take no whole lot of medicines, but I never had this problem before. There's always food in my stomach because I wasn't doing nothing. Isn't that something? So, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Stop the world, I want to get off. And I didn't know because I don't get dizzy. I know, like in the olden days with the movies, the women were always fainting and stuff. That's not me. And I don't have a lot of friends that I know be doing fainting and stuff like that. So, and I remember when me and Johanna first started working out, what got her to start going to the gym with me is that she was experiencing vertigo. I didn't know anything about vertigo or anything like that. But when she started working out, she said that working out stopped the vertigo. I'm like, okay. I don't get dizzy, so I don't know vertigo from nothing, So, yesterday afternoon, I put that eye drop in, and everything must have been out of my system. And the world went zooming around, honey. Zooming and spinning. The whole nauseous and everything. I was like, holy cow. And I was like, alright. So, again, when you stop exercising, you forget a lot of stuff. My stomach it empties out. I mean, I can belch right now. I can give you a long, full belch. Everything is running through. Healthy. Now, the only other thing I can think that made me that dizzy, like, stop the world, I want to get off, and nausea, is the fact that my sperm donor is losing the battle to COVID that he said did not exist. So he wouldn't wear masks. He's in his 80s, so it could have been a whole suicide thing for all I know. But he didn't believe that COVID was real, that it existed, that it was anything. So he didn't mask up. He didn't take precautions. He's driving all over the place with his girlfriend and doing whatever he's doing because COVID doesn't exist to him. He doesn't have to wear a mask. But from what I'm hearing, he in a mask now. Oxygen mask. And how many people did he infect before? Because From what I hear from the family, because I don't know, he's just my sperm donor. You know, it was his sperm that made me. But he's all over the place, doing everything just like ain't no cause for it existing. So now I guess that everybody is, oh, it does exist. Oh, okay. They got him in Israel. Oh, child. So I was thinking that maybe my sperm donor whipped the vortex and did the leap. And that's what hit me dizzying like that. Sometimes men need to be careful when their wives get pregnant. That old stupid wives' tale like, oh, it doesn't affect men. It doesn't have anything to do with men. Yes, it does. You get some kind of symptoms too. You get some kind of biological unbalance too through the pregnancy. It's not just her going through all this change and stuff. It's the man too. And if the man acknowledges that, then maybe they wouldn't be going around killing all them pregnant wives and baby mamas and stuff. It affects the man. It all... Anyway. So, we did 5 minutes already. So I was like, whoa. So I had to think back to the last time that I was ever dizzy like that. And I remember it was back in the 80s. The middle 80s. And my sister had went away for drug treatment. And I moved into her place to take care of her kids while she got herself clean. But I was living in Brooklyn, and my job was in Brooklyn. And I was taking the train from the Bronx to Brooklyn every day for 3 months when she was in the rehab place. And just one day I just remember being so tired and so out of it, and I was standing against the subway door. And everything started spinning, and the next thing I know, I just slid down the door. And I looked over this morning and was like, "Were you okay? Are you okay, ma'am?" And of course, they said, "Give us a seat, give us a seat." And he helped me stand, they put me in a seat, and I stood the whole time like, what the hell just happened? But, let's say 85, 95, 2005, 2005. So what, 30 years ago? Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. That's over 30 years ago since I was dizzy like that. I don't do dizzy. So, it's either because from walking, everything has speeded up, so anything I eat, it goes to the muscles, it goes to wherever it has to go. So, before I take my eye drop now, I have to sit down and eat. Now, then I can do my eye drop. That's what I'm trying to tell you this 3rd month. Good morning, Bobby. Thanks for coming in. That's what I'm telling you, this 3rd month is a monster. It's also learning. So, I learned with the high blood pressure, I have to eat before I take that. But now, I have to eat before the eye medication. If not, dizzy. Or, it could be my sperm donor that has torn through the vortex and has gone to his reward. And I would feel that. I felt when my mother died. I felt when my grandmother died. You feel it. You know. And that whole dizzy part could have also been that big tear of my sperm donor leaving this earth. Like, I mean, he's still a part of me biologically. he's still a part of me. So I would feel it. You know? So, whew. Oh, that's why, all this stuff happens when you stop exercising. And then 5 years straight exercising, 3 times a week, maybe 4, going walking, and then all of a sudden the world stops. And you try to restart it, And now after a year, well, my world stopped as far as exercising in May of last year. And then it's like you're splashing around where you're trying to get back to your routine. You're trying to get back to the exercise. And you know you eat differently when you exercise. And you know all this stuff. And you know, that's what the 3rd month is. I ain't never got dizzy from no eye drop. 3 times a week for an hour and a half, Planet Fitness, an hour tops. But I used to do an hour with Miss Nicole, but if I wanted more, I would come in before Miss Nicole, and then she would come in. But I did that religiously until this virus hit. Until that orange golf player let this virus ravage everything and shut us down. Shut us down. That flu ain't never stopped me from exercising and going to the gym. That H1N1 stuff, never. But of course, they was right on that shit. So that's why I tell you this 3rd one is the hardest. So now, because my stomach was queasy yesterday and I was dizzy, all I'm doing is walking. I'm not running because I'm trying to let my stomach settle back down. Ain't that some Coca-Cola? So, that's why you don't stop once you get started. You don't stop when you get started. And now I've caught on, so I know I eat differently. I put that food in, and then I put the eye drop in. I put that food in, I have that apple, I have that salad. But I think maybe for this eye drop, I may have to have like some kind of starch or something to suck it up. You know? I tell you, honey. Oh. I was like, holy shit. I'm like sitting on the bed and the whole room is like going around like a helicopter. Woo, 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 woo. I was like, holy shit. This ain't happening to me. I don't do dizzy. Oh. But like I said, it's going to be one or two things. The sperm donor going into the vortex, or me just having to have something in my stomach because from walking and exercising. And okay, another thing I want to tell you. It shouldn't be diet and exercise. When you exercise, it changes your diet. I am not eating heavy like I did before. So that's probably why the eye thing didn't even bother me before. But now I'm not eating that heavy. I don't need it. I do the protein. And I do my veggies. I do my fruit. But I don't do the extra stuff. I don't need the extras. Or the fast foods or nothing like that. So now everything, and I cook everything. We cook and we seal it and we put it in the freezer, so that's our fast food. So I'm not going out there buying all this stuff. You know? And because I'm not going out there buying and eating all that stuff, I don't have that heaviness on my stomach anymore. And because I don't have the heaviness, all I can tell you, did I tell you that the third month is a rough month? I have no idea what's around the corner next. Anything that can possibly stop you from exercising, getting that routine down. So I know when people say, oh, you know, I tried to exercise. I know. I'm right there with you. If you're watching this, you know I know. It ain't no easy win. It's a win, but it ain't no easy win. Oh. So that's why I'm not walking down. Like, ooh, let me get my head and let me get my stomach enough time to settle down. Whoa. And see, I was on a good thing. I was like, whoa. Yeah, I'm running. Oh, I felt so good. And I felt so happy. And I was like, oh, I should have known. Oh. So now, before I do any form of medication, I have to eat. Even if it's just one little sinking eye drop. That never bothered me before. But now that there's nothing left in my stomach to absorb it, it's a problem. First part of this walk was brought to you by I Like to Say Yes. Keep the word yes in your child's vocabulary by reading I Like to Say Yes to your child. I Like to Say Yes can be purchased at Archway Publishing, Barnes & Nobles. And hey, Bobby, good morning to you too, sweetie. We here. So, this morning, it may be a little too much sugar, but I tell you, it took care of that eye drop medication. In addition to me having my egg yolks and my cornbread. And then this. It did help calm my stomach though. That beet juice, it really did calm my stomach like right down. Like I said, I don't want to take the chance to run. I'll be running tomorrow. But now that I know what the problem is, either my sperm donor has crossed over. Okay, you guys are going to go fast. I'll join you tomorrow. Always something to stop you. Always. You know? It could be my sperm donor. But most likely it is the speeding up of my, you know what it is? I was doing beans. And I just got tired of eating lima beans. I didn't want to soak any black eyed peas or anything like that. So guess what I'll be doing? I'll be whipping up about 2 pounds of some kind of beans and putting them in little things that I can eat really fast before I take an eye drop. Before I can take an eye drop or anything. Yep. So, there's not a lot of beans I like. Now, my grandmother used to love the field peas. And I think I can do this field peas using the smoked turkey. I would put like green peppers in it. Maybe green peppers and onions. But I don't. Onions help to me. Onions make your food go bad fast. Like those beans or those peas that last a long time when you put onions in them. Not so much the green peppers. with the onions. So maybe if I do that, I can do field peas or cow peas. They used to call them field peas. You know, the beans with the stripes and stuff. I just need to go get me just some black-eyed peas and just soak them. What? It takes so long to cook black-eyed peas. The frozen ones, like this. And then the black-eyed pea come off. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I remember my grandmother, my mother, black-eyed peas used to have the black-eyed pea right there, but when I make mine, I lose the black eye. It just become a pea. Oh, but I need that because I don't want to go and get the protein shakes. I don't know what the freak is in that stuff. And it's basically mostly for men. But from yesterday, I know I need to put like, and I was doing it. I was eating beans 2 to 3 times a day. And I just got tired like 2 weeks ago. So it's not about being tired and not being tired. I'm just going to go and get me some beans and soak them. Just get some beans and soak them. And just eat them like that. You know, you get a certain age, you got nothing to do with like or dislike. Oh, I like to eat this. Oh, I don't like to eat that. It's more like, excuse your gut, it's more like, just gonna eat it. Because that's what was removed from my diet. I removed beans 3 times a day from my diet. I started putting the garlic in, so I stopped having gas problems with beans. The garlic took care of that. And I did turn to greens and kale and stuff, but that doesn't have any substance, apparently, to deal with the eye drop. So I gotta go back and get me some beans. My daughter used to make a slow cooker of black beans for me. And boy, was that thing delicious. I would just get a bowl and a little sour cream on top. Marron. It was delicious. So either one or two things happen. Hey, you guys can stop your 5-minute run. Congrats. Either the sperm donor split the vortex and did the leap, or I need more protein in my diet because I did not have dizzying, eye drop, or nothing like that when I was doing my beans 3 times a day. So I have to get back to that. I know how to make baked beans, but they was never my favorite. But since all I gotta do is eat beans, and it doesn't matter whether it's favorite or not, because I know you get one of those glass bakeware, and you soak your navy beans, and then you put it in the glassware. You cut up like chunks of pork and stuff, put all around, salt, pepper, brown sugar, and it is baked beans. You put it in the oven to bake, and that's good. So, ain't that something? I was like, holy crap, this whole world is spinning around, child. And I'm like, I'm in bed. It's not like I was up walking anywhere. I was like, holy guacamole. So, whew. And then, your stomach get nauseous. I don't do dizzy, so I didn't know all the things that came with it. Y'all can see the window from there. See the sun coming up? Ooh, it's cold though. That's why I didn't take this off. If I ran, I would have taken it off. But I didn't know dizzy. And I didn't know dizzy came with the side effects of a nauseous stomach. I didn't know dizzy came with that. I know the last time I went to Great Adventures, about 20 years ago, and we went early enough that we were standing at the gate when they opened it. Within an hour and a half, we had gone on all of the rides because there wasn't nobody there. So we was always to the head, the first ones in the line, the first one, we go to the next one, the first one in the line. And we did that for like 2 hours. I screamed. So yeah, I did get dizzy after the train ride. Yeah. I screamed and I had the best ride ever. I went on all the drops, all the flip me up and down for 2 hours. And then all of a sudden I'm walking. And the world wasn't spinning around like yesterday. Yesterday was like whoosh, 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 whoosh. This was like whoo, 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 whoo. Because I could still walk and eat. I would tell my friend, Craig, I kept saying, I gotta drive home. And I'm dizzy as hell. We walked around Great Adventures for 3 hours. And that's when the dizzying stopped. But I wasn't nauseous. I ate everything. You know, when you don't go on rides, you just eat. And you drink. And you go to concerts and stuff. So yeah, that did. But I understood why I was dizzy. I mean, I went all that Batman stuff, and I don't know what got into me. It was the fact that we was like the first one in line. And that basically we went to those things like this. You know, those gates. We just walked right through them and jumped on line. It didn't start getting crowded. Like 10:30, 11. We saw people coming in. By then, I was worn out. But, yeah, I gotta put heavy presence of protein back in my diet because everything else from my walk is being eaten real fast. As soon as I put it in my mouth, it is divided and sent to places. So, but I tell you, squeeze your gut. That was something. So that's why I'm walking today. I was like, oh, let me get through this 3rd month so I can just, all the blocks come at you now. All the things you have to resolve. So I know from now on, henceforth and forevermore, as long as I'm walking in the morning, I got to put more protein in my diet. I was doing it, stopped, can't stop. And you also learn as you sit up for the rest of your life. So I tell you, whew, have mercy. That was some kind of scary shit. I don't know how you people do dizzy. Wow. Maybe I don't do dizzy because I always did exercise or some kind of walking. Always did some kind of exercise. And maybe that's it. Mile to the train station. Mile and a half to the train station. Mile and a half to the bus. 2 miles to this. I was always walking. But I ate better. So, problem solved. Okay, y'all, we can do our arms. I did the connected. Right after I got dizzy, I was like, am I connected? Are you listening? Did I lose everything? Did I lose everything? Are we still connected? And I realized we're still connected. That's not a problem. Get your weights. Woo. And tuck in the elbows. The elbows gotta be tucked in. And John used to tell me that all the time. And now I can say, John, you are absolutely right. It makes a difference. Let's do 15. So no, I didn't lie. When I was at Great Adventures, I was doing dizzy and ride. So of course I was supposed to get dizzy. But just being at home or going to work, no. So, more protein in the diet. I do fruit. I do green. It's the protein. It's the protein. Oh. I can't imagine going to GNC seeing if they have protein for old people. They said protein for old people is a pot of beans. So, I'm going to have to go put my beans on. I got tired of lima, but soak some black beans, black beans, some black eyed peas, and get some more baby limas. Go from there. Our walk is almost done. Oh, so no run today, but I'm glad. I was like, oh. Will I be able to walk? So I literally put my feet up, drank a lot of water, but water wasn't the issue. I just ate when I started eating. And the more I ate, the better I felt. But protein will be back in the diet ASAP. ASAP. Yep. Rice and peas. Beans, all the above. Yeah! Whoa! We did it. Thank y'all for being here with me. Thank y'all for sharing in my scare, girl. That thing was scary. Whew. But yay, we did it. A short-term goal. I was like, oh no. Please don't let this dizzy spell stop me from exercising. Okay, thank y'all for being with me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. Love you.